The funny thing about racism is race doesn't even exist. Like the concept of race was just made up. Like before, there was no such thing as the white race, at least not as how we know it today. Like the white race did not exist as we know it today. Like there was before, there was Italians, there was French people, there was German people, things like that. There was like the British. There was never the white race. Same thing with the black race that did not exist. You were basically classified based on what kingdom you came from or what part of the world you came from. But over time, obviously, things changed, and what we know now as the white race is not really what those are not the same white people that existed back then, the same white people who did all that slavery, all those all that history that we hear, because that was a whole different race that went around, like ruling and enslaving people. Like slavery, before slavery went to Africa, before slavery went to the Middle East, before slavery went to Asia, slavery started in Europe. And a lot of people don't even know this or even talk about this. Slavery started in Europe way before it went in any other place. Like there was the upper class white people, they were enslaving the lower class white people. But that's because at that time the white race did not exist, because all of them they were white, so obviously they couldn't really like segregate anyone. So it was like the enslavement, it was more about like classes, but it was deeper than that. They were literally doing the same shit that they did to black people during slavery. They were doing that to those white people at that time, and it was really bad. But I guess when they were done with that, they started going and like they realized there was other races there. Like they were here enslaving their own people only to realize there was other races out there. So then it became slavery started spreading, spreading to Asia, started spreading to Africa. But yeah, but before, race was never even a thing. So like these same white people who are here, like being racist to black people, those same people, they will be enslaved back then by their own people, because simply because they're middle class, or just simply because they're not part of the bloodline. Because like back then, the white race was a specific bloodline, and we're going to be covering a lot of those, because like our history is very much long and complicated and fucked up. But unfortunately, we have to cover all that, like truly what happened, not just the little parts that they taught us in school, but like truly what happened. Because like in order for us to understand what's going on today, we have to understand what